Now, yes, all of you, and there's not a single one that doesn't have some level of persecution going on. You all persecute each other for everything. All right. You will find something to feel persecuted for. You're too tall, you're too short, you're the wrong skin color, you're the wrong sex, you're the wrong sexual orientation, you're the wrong financial bracket, you're the wrong intelligence level. There will be something that all of you will choose to don as something to be persecuted for, period. Now, especially when it comes to metaphysics, there are many, many lifetimes in which there has been persecution for using psychic and spiritual gifts. And it's still an area where there is a lot of judgment that goes on. It's always fascinating to us, the things that you all choose to start to incorporate and release judgments on. We'll stop judging this thing, or we'll be more politically correct over here, but we'll judge this thing terribly over here. All right, so we'll stop judging skin color so much, but we're still going to judge education level, or we're still going to judge those who hold beliefs that are different than ours, that it's too out there, it's too wacky, it's too weird, you're too woo-woo. All right, it's still the same judgments. And really those judgments come out of an individual's fears, that they are not feeling safe or secure. And so another's expression of themselves as the full divine light reinforces that idea of lack, limitation, or separation within the individual. Oh no, we can't have you being your big, bold self over there, because that's showing me all the places that I'm not willing to do that because I don't feel safe and I don't like that. Where you all are going towards is allowing yourselves to be your big, bold selves and encouraging everyone else to be the same. Be as freaky and out there as you want to be. And that's a unique expression. Fabulous. You are adding to the collective experience. Thank you very much. It doesn't diminish me. It doesn't diminish my ability to have an experience, to have or hold something in life. You holding a different opinion or a different way of existing doesn't have to threaten my existence. That's where you're moving to. So be your big, bold selves. Be your divine essence. And it will come with time. As you start to love on yourself, you will start to feel yourself tested. You'll start to find people might judge you, and you'll feel that judgment. And as it keeps happening, each time it becomes a little less. When you want to become a master at something, you practice and you practice. And you might have some exams, you might be tested. And when you're tested, you recognize, oh, there's still some more that I haven't quite mastered. And that's what happens with these reflections. Somebody will test a boundary. All right. They'll throw a judgment your way. And you might find yourself reacting. Oh, there's still more for you to love about yourself. And you'll do that work. You'll walk a little farther down your path. You'll spread a bit more light. More people will be looking at you. You'll get 10,000 people looking at you. And there'll be one person in judgment. And who do you think you focus on? Do you think you focus on the 9,999 who are giving you love, or the one who's throwing shade? You focus on the one who is judging, because that's where your judgments are. That's what needs to be healed. Every situation shows you how you're suppressing or expressing your divine light. That one's showing you how you're suppressing some divine light. So love on yourself some more. All right. We know that one's familiar to you all. You'll do 99 things right, and the one thing you do wrong will be the one thing you obsessively think about. You won't obsessively think about the 99 things you did right, will you? No, none of you. You'll just think about where you are experiencing lack, limitation, and separation. Because when you are in flow and in acceptance, you don't pull yourself out of the moment, you just stay in the moment. When you go into judgment, you actually pull yourself out of the moment. All right, and you start creating a cycle, an engagement with that thing that you're judging, until you let it go and you bring yourself back to the moment, and then you go back into flow. All right. It's really about keeping yourself in flow, keeping yourself in the moment, whether you want to call it being heart-centered or whether you want to call it being present. Vibrationally, energetically, they're the same thing. You can't be heart-centered unless you're present. You can't be present unless you're heart-centered. You can't be in flow unless you're heart-centered or present. All right? And if you're finding that you're not any of those things, then it's about coming back to that state, not making yourself good, bad, right, or wrong. It's just acknowledging, oh, I've got a lot of fear around my financial situation. All right, so what would it feel like if I was infinitely abundant? What if I was safe? What would that feel like? And you start to imagine that, you imagine it, and you're putting yourself back in the present moment, and oh, you're back in flow. All right, so that's how you get yourself back in the engine of flow, as it were. Put yourself back in the moment, imagine, be present with it. All right.
If you enjoyed this channeling and you'd like to experience more from the Pleiadian Collective, be sure to check out our live online group sessions, The Pleiadian Perspective. For more information or to register for an upcoming event, visit our website at higherfrequencies.net.